And we're getting ready to go to Paul Carmona in the studio, and I believe he has with us Randy Howry, who's the current president-elect of the Austin Bar Association. Back to you, Paul. 854-9194.
Hello and welcome back to the studio, not the Commissioner's Courtroom. Walker Aronson's in the Commissioner's Courtroom. I'm Paul Carmona, and I'm in the studio of the Ask an Attorney television program. We're here for about another 40 minutes with various guests and various videotapes of previously recorded Ask an Attorney television programs. And you can see in the monitor right over my shoulder that we still have lawyers standing by answering your telephone calls. They're sitting over there in the Commissioner's Courtroom. The number for you to call is 854-9194. For the next 40 minutes, give us a call. Your question can relate to anything. It can be family law, dog bite law, tax law, consumer law, landlord, tenant, you name it. We'll do our best to answer your questions. And it's completely free, and it's brought to you by the Austin Bar Association, the Lawyer Referral Service, Travis County Television, and the Travis County Commissioner's Court, and the Austin Young Lawyers Association. I mentioned the Austin Bar Association. We have with us the president-elect of the Austin Bar Association, Mr. Randy Howry. Randy, thank you for being here tonight. And viewers, here he is, the president of your Austin Bar Association, to tell us about what the Bar Association is doing for you, the viewers. Good. So welcome, Randy.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me here. It's very exciting. I'm president-elect. I think my term actually starts in July.
Right.
But it'll be a continuation of the many good projects that the bar's been doing for several years. And I'm happy to visit with you about some of those and let the public out there know the many good service projects that the Bar Association puts forward all the time with lawyers who are volunteering their time without compensation just because they want to help the public. For example, one of the projects that we're working on right now, trying to raise money for through donations from law firms and lawyers individually, is the Legal Bill project.
Legal Build? Legal
Build.
Because I thought you said Legal Bill.
Legal Bill.
No, people don't want to hear about legal bills.
Legal Build project.
Legal Build. Okay.
It's a project in association with Habitat for Humanity.
I see.
Where we build a home each year for a needy family. And it is a great project because not only are the lawyers donating money, but they're donating their time.
The lawyers are actually out there putting up the siding and painting?
Hammering the nails and cutting the boards and working together with law firms can bring several members of the firm on a particular Saturday and work together to help build this house, and it's just a great project. My firm did it one year, and we had a great time doing it. You get to work on a particular phase, and then at the end, when the house is all complete, then everyone gets together and hands the keys over to the family that has the house, who has to put in their own equity into the house, sweat equity and their own financial equity to the extent that they can. And it's just a fun project. It brings lawyers together. They're serving the community and helping a family that really needs that help, and working with the Habitat for Humanity to get it all accomplished, which is a great
So you make sure you've got real artisans helping there, real carpenters,
absolutely,
and bricklayers, and
we're taking a lot of instruction when we're out there.
Right.
It's hard to mess it up. So that's one of our great projects.
Something recently I participated in was a People's Law School. And I think that's fascinating for the members of the public can actually go, and it happens once a year?
Once a year. We just had it, as you said, and it's a project that we put on at the University of Texas Law School. We have lawyers that donate their time on a Saturday to come over and visit about all variety of legal issues, and the general public is invited. We advertise significantly. We work with the Lawyer Referral Service to put this project on. Advertising dollars are spent to promote the project. It's a day at the law school where you can come over with whatever your legal issue is, and lawyers will be there to answer your questions, to work with you, to help you to the extent that they can, and it's it's been very well received. We've done it for several years, and it's a project we will continue doing for a long time.
The membership of we talked about this earlier with David Whittlesey, he's president of the Austin Young Lawyers Association. We talked about membership in the state bar is mandatory. If you want to practice law here in Texas, you got to get licensed. You got to pay your dues to the State Bar of Texas and be a member. Membership in the Austin Bar Association is voluntary. You don't have to be a member if you're practicing here in Austin.
That's right.
But despite that, it's interesting your numbers. How many lawyers are members of the association?
We probably have 4,000 lawyers that are members of the Austin Bar, and like you said, it's a voluntary. And so the folks that join, there's services we provide to lawyers, but most of the time these lawyers want to find out what they can do to help in community projects. They're a very service-minded group of people. So we probably have 4,000 of about 7,000 lawyers licensed in Austin.
So more than half.
More than half.
More than half the lawyers, and they pay their dues to belong to the association that they don't have to pay members. They don't have to belong to.
That's right.
Well, that raises an interesting question, which is when we've been talking about the service to the public, the People's Law School and the Legal Build Project and other projects. But there are also, of course, the Bar Association does provide services to its members. You've got members, you provide continuing education, you provide something we were talking about briefly, it's not well known, is the Fee Dispute Committee.
Absolutely.
And talk about that, how that works. It's a bit of a mystery and a hidden program.
Sure. Unfortunately, there are times when folks have lawyers and they do have dispute about the fees that the lawyers charged. And so at the end of the case, when all the issues have been resolved except that issue, how do you decide how much do I have to pay my lawyer?
If there's a dispute.
If there's a dispute about it. And there's a organization set up that's made up of members of the bar and also voluntary kind of public members who will sit down, listen to that dispute, and make a non-binding decision. But it allows for lawyers and clients to resolve their disputes without a lawsuit having to take place over that issue.
Yeah, without a grievance, without a lawsuit, without a fight between the lawyer and the client.
Yeah, it's very worthwhile.
A valuable service. Well, I'll tell you, this lawyer referral service that we're seeing tonight, the volunteers, the Volunteer Legal Services of Central Texas, a lot of these have sprung out of formerly known as the Travis County Bar Association and the Austin Young Lawyers Association. So there's somewhat of a legacy, all these programs brought to you by the organization that you're about to take the reins of.
Yeah, it's very much a privilege to take over this organization and to carry on the tradition of the Austin Bar.
Well, good luck to you as your term begins in July.
In July.
Very good. Randy Howry, President-elect of the Austin Bar Association, coming to office very soon. And so good luck on your bar year.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you again, Randy, for being here and sharing your time with us and the viewers tonight. And thank you, viewers, for watching us here on the Travis County Television's Ask an Attorney Law Day program. We have about 35 minutes left.